minutes ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. Able to slither by. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shit. Go. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Back.
Now Cook running right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Stay with your man.
And an alley to run. Murray has the first down and more. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. There you pace. Let's go. Check. Crunch.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. Coming to the sun. I'm coming to the sun. Ready to go.
From the gun, Love. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
64, weak. Right, check, 59. Hot shot. Come on, ready, go.
To throw on third down. Love. Steps away to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the counter, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gainer.
Elliott. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. It's Elliott, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Love. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. Slam.
Now Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Touch the outlaw. Watch the run. Watch the run. Put it on. Yes.
On 3rd and 2, Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Check, ready. Go to base. Check right. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Play fake. Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 66. Fully high.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. That one complete to Elliott. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
You got 4.
They will run with Grant, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Down for 8. Reed. Mike 58 right there. Dogs off. Blue down. Shoot. Switch. Ready.
On first down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Scene 6. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Watch the slant. 58, boys. 58 is Mike. Who that?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
He's going to fire this thing deep. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Carolina.
Okay, break.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now back to the ground with Elliott, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Let's go, D. Head up. Ready.
From the gun, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Gano's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike's by 4. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get in the way, lose it. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You better bring it. You better.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Murray going to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Murray again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check 99.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Murray now. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt, and his kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go, here we go. Get 70 in. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, let's fight forward. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 4.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
I got it. Deuce. Nice ball.
They try again with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 8 yards out. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
At their own 25-yard line.
Red, 50, clear. 58, right there. Lock it. Check, ready, go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Able to find Shaheen here.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Back to throw. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we said?
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for the Panthers. 62 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Buying time to his left. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Love. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Well, that 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
58 right there. Hey, ready, go!
Back to the air on second down. Love. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
54. He don't know no better.
They run, Cook. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one. Cook stripped, the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Yeah, 50, Pittsburgh. Mike 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Go. Check 43. Go.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Back to throw. Love. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Love. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, and the ball comes out. Love lost it, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Now, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.